I'm from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I wanted to pursue pre-med because I've seen how healthcare professionals have impacted my life. I am a type 1 diabetic. I was diagnosed when I was 8, and so I've been in constant contact with healthcare, and it's been something that's really impactful to me, and I want to turn around and help other people. There's just so much complexity and beauty in biology and chemistry and all that stuff, and it was designed that way. It's a relationship between me and God where I discover more about Him through what I study.
Bethel University is a great place to be a scientist and a Christian. In the broader culture, faith and science seem to be at odds, but here they come together in a beautiful way. And as a scientist myself and a Christian, it is really refreshing to be able to be both of those things at the same time and not have to keep one of those at bay when I walk into the lab or the classroom. And so just being a genuine person when I come in to campus and being able to talk about my faith, which is an important part of my life, but also integrate it with the science that I love doing. That has just been a huge blessing to be at a university that embraces both of those things, but also welcomes questions that people have, that students have, and not saying this is the right answer, this is what you have to believe, but room for exploration of how science and faith fit together.
The research that I got through with Dr. Hunter last summer, it was looking at cardiac mouse tissue. And specifically, we were looking at mouse tissue that had been genetically altered to have muscular dystrophy.
So Duchenne muscular dystrophy is a rare genetic disorder. It's the most common fatal genetic disease in children. And so research around that is really important. But also, even beyond that, millions of people die from heart disease in the US and around the world. And so understanding the relationship between how the heart functions and the tissue around it is really important for medical discoveries in general. What's great about Bethel for that is the institution as a whole and the biology department and other STEM departments really value that research and want to support faculty in doing that research. This gives opportunities for me to do that research, but also to bring in students like Eric to participate and even design experiments, analyze the data, kind of go through the whole process of the scientific method.
I am in awe of how the smallest components of how the world works, the protons, the neutrons, the electrons, they dictate everything. It's the little things that make the big things work. At a scientific level, we have huge impacts on the globe. The protons, the neutrons, the electrons that are making our bodies function, help shape the world as it is today. It's the same thing here. All the little conversations, the little relationships that you have with everybody. So many people you just walk in the hallways, you wave at them, you smile, because you have this just this kind of base connection with them, that you're part of this community. Those little things can go on to make, Bethel the place that it is.
As faculty here, one of our main goals is to prepare and equip students to be good at their professions and excellent in their professions, but also to have a positive influence in their communities that they go to beyond Bethel.
We're here to grow as human beings and grow in relationship with each other and with our Creator. Just as the way that the small things dictate the large things in science, we can go out and we can, help shape the world, and as we move past this, place of education and go out into the world and do what God has called us to do.